Çekim yasakmış arkadaş.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Hello.
Hadi kameraya bak. Selam.
Hadi tamam. Bugün 19 Nisan 2018 Roma uçağındayız. Roma Amalfi turu için seyahate çıkıyoruz. Roma'da otobüsteyiz. Otelimize doğru gidiyoruz.
Yok ben espri yapmak istedim. Yok. Vermişler bir zamanlar. Acaba
Roma'nın içindeyiz. Sinagoga gideceğiz. Eğer bulabilirsek.
Ben de koşuyorum. Zannettim oraya geçmeye çalışıyorum. Ben de zannettim karşıya geçeceğiz diye.
Bizim güruhu çekiyorum. Bizim güruh.
evet yeşil yandı.
Hatta Venedik'te bilmeyen şeyler Yahudi köşesi var. Koca Duomo'da. Ticaret için gelirlermiş pazar günleri.
Kosher.
Tamam.
Bunları bizler de istiyoruz biliyorsunuz değil mi? Oturabilir miyim Can? Ya dedim. Oturayım mı?
Excavation. Can you see the white one? Yes. This is what we found inside of the catacombs. What they use for the excavation, meter after meters, and then they put at the beginning the Jews.
How
the
many
Christ-
years old?
2,000 years.
2,000 years
Yeah.
old. This
Hristiyanlık geldi
Yes,
zamanında.
probably before.
Daha
Look,
önce de olabilir.
you can see just close by the cement. Outside there was the marble with the names, the shofar, the lulav, the menorah
Where are the bones now?
are inside of the well because it was not kosher, right? So we're inside of the excavation in the back. Now follow me because yes, each one imagine was closed by the marble. I will show you. If you follow me, I show you what is original.
Sarkıt ve dikitler. Bu havalandırma bacası. Tut bakayım yukarıya. Evet. Dizler üstünde giriyorlar herhalde.
Belki de bir şey değil, sonradan bir şey oldu.
Irene, in peace, passion, qui, here, in eternity, forever. Isidorus, so you can see that paid for his husband, right? So it's very important that Jonathan, 2,000 years ago, in the cemeteries are always the same. Be careful.
Ice cream. Look at ice cream.
You know what is it? It's the symbol of abundance, the grape. Because after the people die, they believe in the second life. They will be like the tree for the leaves. You know that the tree lost the leaves during autumn and winter. And this is another small symbol that you find when somebody dies. It means that they just die with the body, but not the boss, patrona. She paid, fecit, did, for who? Nikete. He was proselito, mean that he was pagan, became Jews because the ladies was Jews, and she paid for the special burial because Dick Noe, as from Noah history, at Benemerenti, good person, good slave, right? So you can find not only the person that died, he was a slave, right? They changed from pagan in the Judaism. Remember, we had 33 free synagogues in Rome. I mean, there were a lot of people that or not change the religion, but many people studied the Judaism. The people love very much the rules, the Judaism. Why we didn't have a persecution? Because two things were very important. Respected the law, Senat, SPQR, Senatus Populusque Romanus, and pay taxes. So you can live everywhere if you respect the Senate of Rome. And this is the reason why we have the trace with the Julius Caesar. You have to remember that Julius Caesar was the first pagan general that respected the Shabbat. Because many Jews were involved in military. Rome, we recall Palm Trees Street, because we imported the palm trees in Rome. Because in Rome you have just the pine umbrella tree, not the palms. In ancient time, Jews and Christians was just one community. Only after 150 days.
They disappeared. Sure.
Follow me. Ah, yeah! Water in the vase, symbol of abundance. Free life, happiness, roses. Unfortunately, to find the treasure inside, they demolished all, right? Because they were sure that there were golds inside.
As usual everywhere.
Yeah, can you see? Before was like this one.
Bak daha önce
So they broken everything because they found the little lamp, oil lamp, with the menorah. I found them in the Vatican.
you found them in the
Of course.
Outside, how is that? It must be outside.
No, but not only, also sometimes they put the little lamp with the parfum oil, with the cedar, lemon, or, you know. So can you see how it was beautiful? Look at the perfection. In every corner you have the palm trees, symbol of Jerusalem. So Jerusalem is always in our heart. We never forget Jerusalem. Look there. Look how it's beautiful. Roses, flowers, dates, abundance. This is very important.
Haydi.
Geliyorum, nasıl geçeyim? Bir dakika.
Siz geçin fark etmez.
Bu beyaz şeyler neydi ben unuttum.
Kalsiyum.
Güzel gözüküyor
Kalsiyum yani
This with a high base is because they can see directly the menorah from Jerusalem temple that was shown in the special building, right? So you have the lulav, etrog, shofar, nepia marosa, Vixit, she was a baby. She died because she was only 4 years old. Right? So sometimes you find in the corner the small holes. For many babies, you know, was very dangerous in ancient time. They didn't have medicine. They didn't have enough milk sometimes. So it was normal. But, okay, we were strong. We have a lot of babies, thanks God.
Ne diyeceğim?
Right?
Bu
And
şey
here, because 33 synagogues, 36 groups from North Africa. But as usually, also if we came from the same place, we have different synagogues. It was the same in Rome. So again, the menorah, the little scroll of the Torah. This is the Torah.
Tabletlerin bir tanesi.
Because it was grammateos again, was an accounter, was a person that read the Torah probably every Monday, every Thursday. So there is the symbol that you can find here. Now, look with the chicken. Huh? Look this one.
Bak tavus kuşu. Her taraf baksana dolu
This is what I told you. Look what happened.
İsim yazmış.
The people live the terrible look.
Yes.
They are so wild.
In a Kohen.
Imagine this survived for 2,000 years in perfect condition. Look.
Kalmış yani öküzün biri bunları yandı.
Look what happened. So now they don't like. They don't like also the rabbis. They don't like that many people come here. Because for us it's a very important trace of our history.
Yes.
Follow me here.
Aç so they can.
Şu tavanı bir aydınlatsanız azıcık.
Symbol of the spring. The ladies with the
Bak İzzet şeyin asistanlığı
Mersi,
yapıyor.
valla siz olmasanız karanlık
symbol of
göreceğiz.
the second life. Abunda.
Film oldu çok mersi. Sonradan seyrederken hatırlarsınız.
Tabii ki.
Işık tutmuştu.
Latin was correct.
Strange that if they come at that ancient time, they must use more friendly with the Hebrew than
No, but remember, we are in the catacombs, so the people that excavated and that they created the fast marbles are local people that use the Greek language, right? Because this is, as today, the English is for everybody.
Yes.
So also if sometimes they don't have enough space, can you see?
yes.
There are the mistakes because the people are poor people. But look here, look at the little boy with the wings, Cupid, the symbol of love. Spring, primavera, aviva,
Ha içeride Pegasus var.
aviva with the symbol of abundance, cornucopia. Can you see there?
Yes.
But all those are pagan.
We are in second life, fishes. Of course, fishes. It's our symbols.
Yes.
Ördekler.
But also for the Christians, fish was very important. Because it's Christians. No. I mean, no, we are in the oldest part of the first catacomb. We go back 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
This is the first.
Okay.
So the people belong to the middle high class. Not very high, but middle high class. This was another burial only for one family. Unfortunately, in Vatican are all the original marbles.
Okay.
They demolish all this part because outside was full of frescoes. All decoration everywhere, not only here.
Vatikan Müzesi.
Colors, red, green.
Parçaları alıp
They have the best Maimonides si fretterà. So I obtained the permission.
But it's true that
Because I'm not a guide, right? I'm just with you today. I'm very happy. It's an honor for me because this is my passion. I'm a doctor in history of art. I was involved of archaeological excavation in Colosseum, in Caracalla, in the marbles of the Jewish Museum. So for this reason, grazie. They must be very fast. So graffito and painted, right? So they tried to demolish, but was impossible because this is a Malta. So this is the only one that survived. Only one. Yes.
Hemen gitme bir yerlere.
Bir trabzan koyamadım.
Zaten ben
Sen yıkar bunu koyarsın.
yer attım.
Bu da katakombların yanındaki kilise. Geliyorum. İyi olur.
So next time together in Tuscany, right?
Jerusalem.
Inshallah. In Jerusalem, of course.
İnşallah.
I'm always ready for Jerusalem. Can't be Caput Mundi without the culture. So keeping there, two libraries, Latin and Greek libraries, and a pinacoteca with the best marbles. No relax, not massage, no, you know, not too much culture.
No businessman.
Only business and war, or farmer. This is the real Roman concept. Yeah. Between the two columns there was the gate of the ghetto. And close to every gate of the ghetto, the churches surrounded the ancient gate. 5 churches surrounded the Yes, sir.
Burası yapılıyor.
Evet.
Hiçbir sesi yavrum.
Before, I have to tell you something. Can you read the marble? This was a club for the 15 men that survived. Somebody survived from the deportation of 16 October 1943. Somebody came back in the home, so the spies earned. The rabbis. Great synagogue, buildings. This was the small ghetto. Here you have the original map of the ghetto. Okay, so they demolished everything and they rebuilt for first time the Great Synagogue, because we have 5 secret synagogues in the ghetto. School. When you find that the first ghetto was in Venice, 1516. The etymology they said came from Getto Island. No, for me it's not correct. When it sets your normal life in something else.
It's the same. Yeah.
Divorce from civil life. This is my 38 before the ghetto, okay? Until now my cousins live there. And my brother lived on the top of the roof, because this was the little apartment of the grandmother of my grandmother.
Oh, heritage. Buranın adını söylesin.
Rain and then there was like a fountain that after all was in like this. İtalya'ya mı gittiniz? Küba'ya mıydı falan?
Ne yapıyor? Arkaya doğru mu atacağız? Hadi.
Bir, iki, üç.
Bugün cumartesi 21 Nisan. Sorrento'dayız. Gel.
Vallahi gelen bir sürü adam var. Bak şuraya bak. Bu tarafa bak.
Aa, bir sürü insan giriyor İzzet. Ya. Ama girenlere dikkat edin, çok yağlı. Ben giremem.
Vezüv yanardağı.
Indo-European name that it means fire. So before of Romans and Pompeian, they knew that it was a volcan, but then they forget it about it. So the Pompeian, when they went there, they didn't know about very well about the volcan. Okay, they were studying something about the nature, but not about the volcan. Okay, so they didn't know about anything. And they died, the people died there. It was a tragedy because Pompeii was very populate, okay? Very populate commercial place to go.
Limoncello fabrikasında mola.
Careful, Francesco, be careful. Yes. La vida en general.
Claro.
Enteresan gidiyor bunlar.
Anneciğim çok beğenmişsin. Harikaydı. Nasıl getireyim? Yani sadece her birinden alalım. Hayır ben senin için demedim. Harika bir yer.
Nereden nereye gitmekten bahsediyorsunuz? Söyleyin bana. Ama size söyleyeyim bak.
Then we will stop there.
Yes, we
And I will let you free. There, I will show you the square where you have to go.
Yes.
It's very small as well, Amalfi. And then we will go to Ravello.
Yaptığım 500 gram bir şey.
So,
500 miymiş? Çok pahalı değil, 18'e geliyor. Evet. Parmesan.
Benzetemedim. Fena değil.
did you see?
Benziyor, benziyor. Yes.
Madonna with the baby,
Evet.
Çeker misin Madonna'yı lütfen?
Ben çekeceğim ben.
Ve Amalfi'deyiz. Aman efendim.
Kaçlı?
7 değil mi?
Nerede ben oraya?
Karşınızda. Tam karşınızda.
Menora kaldı.
No, ma immagino.
Tamam, çektiğine göre beraber orada.
Bak esas delili bu. Gel beraber çekelim.
Evet, bu iyice hepsini topluca.
Ben burayı bir müze gibi düşünerek bakıyorum. İbadet yeri gibi düşünüyorum.
Ben dinlemeyi görüyorum.
Şimdi Ravello'dayız.
7'ye kadar boş zaman veriyor yine. Gezebilirsiniz.
Ne kadar?
Nasıl sıkarsın?
Bunu sıkmazsın.
Ne yaparsın?
Duvara fırlatırsın acı.
Bize
Canım.
Şu pembe domatesi de çeker misin benim için?
Pembe domates.
O da var gerçi.
Her şeyi benziyor. Bal kabağına benziyor.
Evet, şekil olarak evet.
Bunlar limon.
Bunlar limonun babası.
Üzüm yapmadım.
Rezalet işte gördün mü?
Kızım bunu büyütüyorsun. Büyütme.
Saçımı düzeltiyorum.
Hayır deli mi? Dur şu tabloyu da çekeyim ben.
Yakınlaştır.
Ver bana.
Yok canım ben sevmedim orayı.
Aha şuraya baksana. Şuradan güzel.
Vezüz.
Plus, c'est comme un taxi, vous avez un itinéraire. Toute seule, là, il faut attendre, changer, choisir.
Bugün 22 Nisan Pazar, Capri'deyiz. Feribot'tan yeni indik.
Just to drink, non-cover charge. I am the king of Despacito.
Despacito.
Para despacito. Pasito, pasito, suave, suavecito. Todo lo de canto, poquito, poquito. Despacito.
Burası Capri.
Andiamo.
Capri'nin tepesinden liman.
Gel. Hayır gel. Melis gel zaten.
Hiç yok değil.
Giardini de Augusto'yu arıyoruz.
Kadının başını döndürdü. Sola dönemiyorsun abi. Bunu söylediğim fayda etmedi.
Evet.
Gireceğiz içine daha.
Gireceğiz şimdi.
Leandra.
Oradan değil, orası villa. Orası Luiza'nın villası.
Buradan aşağıdan giriyoruz.
Orası Luiza'nın villası.
Bunlar badem.
Aspetta, Cristoforo. Bilmiyorum ya sette öyle bir şey var mı? Hayır, internet açık değil ya sette olamaz.
Se llaman los jardines de Augusto porque el emperador Augusto venía aquí de vacaciones de Roma. Sí, eran aquí tenían todas las villas, los ricos de la antigua Roma. Sí, tú sabes algo de Roma.
Sí, pero yo soy española, de Barcelona. Mi marido. Se me hace raro el teléfono.
El español soy yo.
Sí, hombre.
Bene. Grazie mille.
O tarafı bir.
Geliyorum o tarafa. Şuranın mavisinin güzelliğine bak ya.
Çok güzel bir yer seçmişler ama değil mi?
Ristorante La Pigna.
Masanızdaki adam ayağındaki koparmış ki ben yemek alışverişe koyuyorum. Öyle bir şey değil mi? Sen yoktu ki zaten.
Salut. Salut. Haydi şerefe.
Göründüğü kadar
Afiyet olsun. Şerefe.
sağlığa canım.
Sağla. Sağla. Haydi şerefe. Afiyet olsun. Efendim sağla, şerefe, afiyet olsun.
Eyvallah. Şerefe.
Afiyet olsun.
Lehaim to me, şerefe.
Lehaim to you all.
Haim tovim şöyle.
Haim tovin. Yani iyi çocuk ol Haim. Ana Capri Telesiyej yukarı çıkıyor.
Vamos a ir a la...
Estoy en shock.
No, si en todo el avión de Turquía eran indios.
Bir dakika.
Gitmeyin, biletleri verecek.
Altı 10 geçe feribotuyla tekrar Napoli.
Napoli.
E Caprese fini. Bugün 23 Nisan Pazartesi. Napoli'yi geziyoruz.
Avrupa'nın en büyük meydanı Avrupa'da.
Yes, yes.
Alan çok geniş.
Yes, more
Gideceğimiz restoranda adını alalım da kaybolursak direkt oraya gideriz.
Palazzo Imperiale.
Da solo.
Kızlar değil mi bunlar? Burada Koç burcu. Balık burcu. Kova. Aslanı gördük az önce sanki. Yay burcu. Akrep. Aslan burcu. Pizzalarımızı yedik.
Ayın Hasan'ın şapkasını görüyorum ben mesela.
Yanım Pompei yakınında milattan sonra 79 yılındaki patlamada küller altında kalıp herkesin öldüğü şehir.
Vallahi ben şu anda oturuyormuş gibi.
Vesüv Yanardağı'nın patlamasını da söylesene.
Vezüv Yanardağı'nın patlamasını da söylemiş oldun sen.
Yani hızlı patladı bu. Yes.
Shorter and the different colors on the walls. The color you can see in that room is the most expensive color used by Romans in the first century.
Blue or terracotta?
Is the ceruleum, cerulean blue. Because to make the blue, to make that color, they had to use a lapis lazuli, a rubbing from Pakistan.
Bakar mısın güzel? Ortaya bak. Tabii orada da böyle bir yaptık. Herhalde earthquake'den mi oluyormuş?
Ephesus, Olympia,
Tabii normal.
The floor drum is on, because they didn't change it very often. This man had also found to me, because that symbol shows to people that they had around the wall. But it was added in the middle of this impluvium. The impluvium was a very traditional element of the Roman house. It was in the middle of the attic, and it was the rain collector. Pluvium, the Latin word to say rain, rain in. Compluvium, convergence of the rainwater. The rainwater came down, was collected in this basin, and in the cistern below. Okay, here you can see something really interesting for us. That here you know that the same residence. Before we had the office, and in the back you have seen the garden. Here the garden was divided, was closed. Why? Because they created a new place, a new house where the garden was. So closing the space between the columns. You have just a feeder of a peacock referring to a peacock, and so on. That was the first time. If you have it nowadays, there's someone saying that probably we have to make more differences because this man, he was not so rich to have a garden, so he could have just a roofless room. In the middle there was a fountain. That's why the pipe connected to the fountain, and there was the wall. In this case, just this room. What you can see right in front of you is the original mosaic representing Neptune and his wife Amphitrite. You know that the name Nymphaeum was because the daughters of Poseidon were the nymphs. And on the other side, inside, you can see another beautiful mosaic representing the story about Actaeon. Probably you remember that. Actaeon was that guy hunting in the forest with his dog.
Havan Kaldaryum.
kurna mıdır?
Bak bunun altında ateş yanıyordu herhalde.
Ateşler var burada mı?
Bak kocaman bir de şey var. Bırakıyorum şimdi çıkıyor.
Küvet.
Havuz, bayağı havuz. Burada da kurna gibi bir şey var bak.
Şuralarda ya.
So for women, there was before Christ. So it means that everything, the system you can see here, it's a very old system. This one is the first room. Yeah.
Muhtemelen fırça atacağız ama atana kadar.
Quindi c'era tutta una questione religiosa. Gli Augusteum, questo tempio, veniva costruito su degli incroci energetici molto magnetici. Non dimentichiamoci che siamo in una zona vulcanica dove c'è del magma con delle apposite. Sono state anche trovate ad Ercolano delle mani. Cioè, proprio perché le ultime trovate sono veramente complesse. E abbiamo degli affreschi magnifici, il fondatore intimo della
was dedicated to the Emperor Augustus. It was not just for Augustus, it was the place where it was worshipped the spirit. Everywhere, all around the Mediterranean Sea. So that's why they developed so many stories about the demigods. Here you can see Hercules, the dark.
Hepsi aynı şey.
And this one was the main street of the city. This one was a pedestrian area, and then there were two stones closing, stopping the chariots. And this one was the market in reality, because we call it forum. The forum was the center of the social, commercial, political, and religious life. But in reality, it was just a market. If you walk along the same streets in Naples, you have exactly the same. Still there after centuries and centuries. Where there was the Roman market, still now we have our market. Unfortunately, it is changing because becoming Naples more and more touristic. Of course, most of the places where before we sold something to eat. The central one, the one is showing us the prices for the curcuma wine. Axes, four axes. For 75 centiliters. Then 3 axes for the same quantity and 2 axes for the same. Why the difference? The difference is not the quality of the wine. I mean, it's the quality of the wine, but not the wine itself. Because Romans, they didn't drink the wine we drink nowadays. It was a sort of vinegar. They had the water, salt.
Il problema è che poi hanno usato del materiale dopo,
They restored them like when they
io l'ho chiesto proprio all'archeologo che li ha scavati.